So, guys, remember that last week we did a couple of updates about Hemen Mashaba and Action SA lying to the people of this country, telling them that on the 1st of May there won't be any VAT increase. This is what Action SA continues to say even today, despite the National Treasury telling South Africans that on the 1st of May the 0.5 VAT increase is going to kick in. So people went on social media and took screenshots of what their insurances said to them. People went on social media and took screenshots of what their banks said to them. And they said, Hemen Mashaba, this is what the insurances are saying to us. This is what the banks are saying to us. And this is what the National Treasury has basically said to us. So why do you continue to say that on the 1st of May there won't be VAT increase? Guys, you remember that Hemen Mashaba went on national television and said that on the 1st of May there won't be any VAT increase. And he assured South Africans that before this month ends, the ANC finance minister is going to come back with a revised budget that do not have any VAT increase. So people are saying that you are naive to say that. You are naive to say that. Because Hemen Mashaba and Action SA, they say that we voted for this budget on these recommendations. But what these people are failing to tell South Africans is that these recommendations are non-binding. These recommendations are non-binding. And if you read the statement of the ANC, reiterates that the ANC and the government is going to push through with a 0.5 VAT increase. But it looks like Action SA is going to talk about this thing every day until the end of the month, because this is what they are doing. This is what they are doing. Even if you go on social media right now, you will see that this is what these people are doing. And I remember I was watching the news a couple of days ago when I saw an interview of Raisa Mzansi, and the Raisa Mzansi is saying the same thing. Raisa Mzansi is saying the same thing, and even Maimane is saying the same thing. But I want us to actually look at Maimane, because I think Hemen Mashaba has actually got a lot of backlash. Hemen Mashaba has gotten a lot of backlash. Gayton McKenzie has gotten, it is a mild backlash compared to Hemen Mashaba, but Hemen Mashaba has actually gotten a lot of backlash. But one person who has never gotten a backlash is Maimane. Maimane somehow is flying under the radar, and this is one of the people that actually vowed that he will never support this VAT increase. He vowed that I will never support any VAT increase. I will never subsidize the criminals. This is what Maimane said. You remember? This is what Maimane once said.
When they come to you and they tell you that they need to raise VAT because they've run out of money, tell them they didn't run out of money. It wasn't an accident of nature. The money was stolen. It was stolen through state capture. It was stolen through wasteful expenditure. Now is the time for us to clean out corruption, because we certainly know we need that money for growth, and we can't tax South Africans to pay for corruption. And my fight, I promise you, is to make sure every rand goes to you, that our government is efficient, and ensures that ultimately every resource that comes into this country is used for its intended benefit.
So, after Maimane flipped, I have actually realized that what people were saying, it was the truth. You know, this fiasco of the VAT increase that is happening in the country right now, it has proven what a lot of people have said for a very long time, that these smaller political parties are just the extension of the ANC. These people do not have any intentions of holding the ANC accountable. They do not have any intention of representing the people of this country. These people are there to benefit themselves, just like just like the ANC have been doing for the past 30 years. So we are going into 2026 local election, and I think this is something that South Africans must remember, that these people are not there to represent us. These people, especially these people with smaller political parties, because the likes of Maimane, the likes of Gayton McKenzie, Songe Sozip, these people, they lied to South Africans. South Africans voted for these people because they believed that these people would actually hold the ANC accountable. They believed that these people will hold the ANC accountable, because this is what they have said. These people ridiculed the ANC. These people said that we cannot stand the corruption of the ANC anymore. We cannot continue to condone the behavior of the ANC anymore. So you need to put us there so that we can put an end to what the ANC has been doing. But look at what these people are doing. Look at what these people are doing today. It only took one meeting with ANC over the weekend with Maimane for him to flip around. A guy who said that we cannot tax South Africans to pay for corruption. It only took him one meeting for him to actually vote with the ANC. So Maimane says that this is a public statement. Today begins a very busy week. Build One South Africa will table our proposals on how to avoid a VAT increase by finding alternative revenue streams and spending cuts. Some only know how to oppose and vote against. This is not BOSA's DNA. We will work with those who want to pass a workable budget that serves all South Africans and grow the economy. This is not BOSA's DNA. We will work with those who want to pass a workable budget that serves South Africans and grow the economy. So, what makes Maimane thinks the ANC will do this? What makes Maimane thinks that the ANC actually has an intention of working on a budget that serves South Africans and grows the economy? The ANC has been in charge of this country for the past 30 years. Why couldn't they grow the economy? Why couldn't they grow the economy? And Maimane speaks about something. He speaks about something. He speaks about spending cuts. He speaks about spending cuts. So how many... when it comes to the spending cuts, these people, they actually think that they are special. Build One South Africa thinks that they are special. Action SA, they believe that they are special. Rise Mzansi, they believe that they are special. All of these people that are speaking about the spending cuts, they think that they are special because it is them that is mentioning the spending cuts. When the DA spoke about the spending cuts, this is how the ANC responded to the DA.
Like others say, the DA says, cut, 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 cut. We don't believe in cutting. And the minister is caught between the rock and the hard place. Austerity this side, and then on the other side, where are you going to generate enough financial resources to fund what is required by this budget? There are many suggestions that are on the table. IEJ may...
So the ANC has made it very clear that they don't believe in cutting. They have made it very clear that they don't believe in cutting. So yesterday I was watching an interview of Mike Shem on State of the Nation, and he was speaking with the national the chairperson of Action SA, Michael Beaumont. And Michael Beaumont was also speaking about the expenditure cutting. The ANC told these people that we don't believe in cutting. We don't believe in cutting. But for some reason, they go out and tell South Africans that the ANC told you that they do not believe in cutting. The ANC told you that they do not believe in cutting. So what makes these people think that the ANC will not listen to the DA when the DA says that we need to cut this, and the ANC somehow will listen to them when they say that we need to cut this? What actually makes these people believe that the ANC is going to listen to them? Like it is so strange for me to actually watch all of these things unfold. It is so strange. And for someone like Maimane, you wouldn't think that someone like Maimane would be so naive. But I guess many of us were actually mistaken to think that people like Maimane would actually be not naive. But he is naive, Maimane. Maimane, he is naive, and he has not gotten the backlash that he actually deserves. He has not gotten the backlash that he has actually deserves.
So let me say to every single one of you, this is the first leg of 3 in the budget cycle. Next, we're dealing with the Division of Revenue Bill, which will come to our committee, and we've had public hearings to have this discussion. Secondly, we're going into the Appropriations Bill, which each will then have to vote according to the various votes that take place to make sure ultimately we have a budget that works for you. Fellow South Africans, It would have been irresponsible for me as a leader to not have the fiscal framework go through. It would be even more irresponsible of me to not fight for the expenditure cuts that will make sure we reverse VAT.
The ANC does not believe in the expenditure cuts, guys. I don't know how can we knock this thing into these people's hard skulls. How can we make these people actually understand that the ANC does not believe in expenditure cuts? They do not believe in expenditure cuts. They told you that they do not believe in expenditure cuts. If the ANC believed in expenditure cuts, there would be no need for the ANC to invite all of these political parties that are outside of the GNU to vote for a budget that actually has a VAT increase, because the DA has already proposed what the ANC could actually cut. And the ANC said, no, we don't want to cut any of that. But no, Maimane thinks, yes, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. The DA failed. I can do it. I can do it. So if you sit down and actually observe, these people's hate for the DA actually pushed them into voting for a budget that has a VAT increase. These people's hate for the DA made them punish poor South Africans because they wanted to spite the DA. Build One South Africa didn't want to stay on the same side as the DA. Patriotic Alliance didn't want to stand on the same side as the DA. Action SA didn't want to stand on the same side as the DA, despite the DA being right. They said no. But if you look at the EFF and Umkhonto we Sizwe party, they said, we hate the DA. We don't want anything to do with the DA. If we get into governance, we don't want the DA to be there. But when it comes to this budget, then we are going to stand on the one side. We don't believe in this budget. We don't believe in this budget. But no, Maimane, they hate the DA so much that they are going to find all the reasons in the world why they voted to punish South Africans. This is what they did. They voted to punish South Africans that are already having a tough time living in these difficult times. This is what these people did.
So I want you to come with us. As hard, as uncertain as the next number of months or weeks are going to be. But make sure and know, I am committed to make sure that we have a budget that works for you. And BOSA has always stood to say we'll be the voice of the people. This is not about reconfiguration of the GNU or any of that. This is about serving the people of South Africa. You're it for me. And therefore, I want to make sure I earn your work, your word, so that we can make sure we deliver a government that works for the people. Much love to all of you, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.
Maimane thinks that people are stupid, man. Like this is what I've actually realized about these politicians. They honestly, it is not about what they honestly believe. They honestly believe that South Africans are stupid. Like deep down in their heart, they believe that South Africans are stupid.
Like others say, the DA says, cut, 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 cut. We don't believe in cutting.
Clear, the ANC told you. And the ANC fought tooth and nail. They fought for this budget. They fought for this budget. There's no way that they are going to reverse it. There's no way that they are going to reverse it. So, yesterday, President Ramaphosa was actually, he spoke with the media. And Ramaphosa said, nah, I don't think that the Treasury will actually, no, the Treasury is not going to reverse it. Ramaphosa says no. He says no. At this point, the Treasury thinks that no, man, the 0.5 is going to go through. The 0.5 is going to go through. And what these people, and what is it that these people are going to do? Because Action SA has already threatened the ANC. Action SA and Build One South Africa, they've already threatened the ANC. That no, we are going to pull our support. If the ANC does not do what we want, we are going to pull our support. And just listen to the president. This is what the president said yesterday. This is what the president said yesterday.
The resolution that was taken by the Finance Committee was that there will be a 30-day period during which Treasury will examine whether there are other options other than through a VAT increase where we can fill the gap of about 13.5 billion rand. So that has been left for discussion and examination. And in the end, we will look at all ways and means of seeing whether that is possible or not. From current examination, Treasury has said, having looked at various areas where they can look, that it doesn't seem to be so. How
Man, yeah, you know, man, like, what, man, you can hate them, you can hate the man, but you cannot hate the game, man. You can hate the man, but you cannot hate the game. Ramaphosa is no amateur, man. Ramaphosa is no amateur, man. This guy has been outmaneuvering anybody that tried to work with him. He has been able to outmaneuver everybody who has worked with him. Hate the player, man, but you can hate the game, but you cannot hate the player.
Looked at various areas where they can look, that it doesn't seem to be so. However, the proposal from the various parties is being taken very seriously, and that process will be engaged in for the next 30 days, and it is only thereafter that a report will be available and will be presented, that we will be able to take the matter forward.
So when the president said this
examination, Treasury has said, having looked at various areas where they can look, that it doesn't seem to be so.
It's done. It is done. It is done. They were lied to. It is done. It is done. So, as much as we try to run away from this topic, these people are making it impossible for us to actually run away from it. Because I think they are starting to panic and they are starting to realize that, geez, we have actually made a huge mistake. I think they are starting to realize that we have made a mistake. Because you get, like Ramaphosa is saying that, like the Treasury is saying, like, no. And it goes back to what people were saying a couple of weeks ago, that if the intention was not to increase the VAT, then why would you go to the parliament and actually vote for a budget that has a VAT increase, only for that budget to be reversed? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But for some reason, these people, they believe that, they know better. For some reason, they believe that they know better. But Maimane, he has been able to ditch. He has been able to ditch the backlash. He has been able to ditch the backlash. As for Gayton McKenzie, man, I think the less said about Gayton McKenzie, the better, man. The less said about Gayton McKenzie, the better. I saw a video that he made. He has made a 1-hour video trying to explain to South Africans why he voted for. And the people are saying that, no, Gayton McKenzie, man, you did not stand with the people of this country. You have actually become a lapdog of the ANC. And it is so disappointing to see, especially for the people that actually had trust in him. So the less said about Gayton McKenzie, the better. So guys, I don't know. Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.